How do we engage others? Maybe there's another way of saying that. How do I engage you? Maybe there's another way to say that. How do I enlist you in my agenda? Hello everyone, I'm Craig Ross. Working with a senior leadership team within a company, and it's a lot like a lot of leadership teams, right? They've got their, let's say, 3 initiatives, 3 things that they've got to deliver for the business, and they decide this together as a team. And then, of course, comes the challenging part. Each one of these team members must go out into the business across the enterprise and enlist and engage others in order to deliver on their 3 initiatives. So often we see this topic of how do I better engage other people? And one of the things that I found is very, very productive is to simply step back and say, well, what do you really mean by what do I need to do to engage others? Because if we're not careful, with the best of intentions, behind that is a subtle message. I have an agenda, and I need you to be enlisted in my agenda. When someone approaches you like that, how do you respond? Yeah, I respond the same way. Good luck. And so, in this 3-part series, in this first video, we're going to identify the first thing that's really critical as it relates to engaging others and gaining their support, actually teaming together so we can deliver on our initiative, our project, what have you. The first step is to rethink engagement. Engage might mean, again, I got to engage you as if you're not engaged. And yet we know human beings want to be great. Human beings actually possess, in their natural state, are engaged. And so what happens if we reframe that by saying, wow, how do I activate you? How do I activate us in our work together? The first step is that one critical piece, and I'm going to bucket it just by simply saying demonstrating empathy. Demonstrating empathy. I was working with this particular leadership team, and they were talking about their challenges going out. And as I shadowed them and watched them in actions, they were so eager to get to business. They were so eager to get to those typical things, right? Role clarity, shared objectives, all the high-performing team things, that they missed that human element. And one of the things that we know about teams that do perform at high levels is the teammates care as much about each other as they do about delivering on their objective. And when that happens, magic happens. So this first step in engaging others is to demonstrate empathy. What does that look like? For this particular person on this leadership team, they chose to use words like this. I've seen what you do in your role and the work that you're responsible for, and it's crazy. It's insane. I don't know how you do it. They, of course, then asked a question in terms of where they were, in terms of their employment before they joined this company. They said, tell me more about that. In other words, there was this validation of an understanding of what your life and your experience is like. One of the things that's remarkable about those that demonstrate empathy, we know that they attract people to them, which sets us up for teamwork, partnership together, in the second step that we'll be discussing in our next video. But first, before we go, please consider those that you're teaming with beyond your functional, your intact team, if you will, and just do a quick inventory. To what extent am I effectively demonstrating empathy with those I'm attempting to team with? See you in the next video.